Hey folks, it's time for yet another custom lesson. This one has been requested by music4yourplant. Here's the request. Guardian Spirit, Kurama Tengu, soul cores will be Ancient Niotengu and Ongyoki. Weapons will be Tonfa and Hatchets, but you can also run Sword and Fists. I will only be using Tonfa and Hatchets. I wish I could use 4 weapons at the same time, but that's too complicated. The enemy you probably have guessed from the thumbnail. And then, thank you my dude, well you're most welcome. So let me show you what I'm using exactly. Demon Horde Tonfa with Purity on that, and that's pretty much it. I wish I had some sort of life drain on it, but I did not. Demon Horde Hatchets, however, are Purity based, and they have life drain active skill. Everything else is purely extra. Great. Now what about the Guardian Spirits and the respective soul core choices? So, beginning with Ancient Nyotengu, I put it on Kurama Tengu because if I purify an enemy, I will boost the damage of all the resulting soul cores. And there's actually some cool stuff I work with, and that involves swapping your Guardian Spirits while using certain soul cores, but you'll see how ridiculous it can be. When it comes to the actual soul cores itself, for Ancient Nyotengu, I didn't bother ranking it up, and you won't need to either. Just as long as you have Yokai ability Key Pulse on one of these 3 cores, you're good to go. But yeah, really powerful. And then Yamanba is a gap closer that gives you 50% damage extra, which is lovely. And yeah, having an enemy that's purified and you get a 50% attack boost is going to be ridiculous. And again, there's something that's coming up that I'll show you soon enough. Now, for quick access to key damage and to avoid stuff, I went with Enki. So Ancient Niotengu you can combo with, Yamanba you can get into the heat of the battle and get a damage boost, and then Enki is just, hey, I want to do ranged key damage and just be a little safe. Pretty handy at 5 anima. Good old reliable. Now things are going to take extra special form when I involve Mizuchi. So as you can see here, I put Ongyoki on here because it's kind of, given that it's a corrupted based thing, it's kind of antithetical to Kurama Tengu's support for purity and purity-based weapons, but it's still nice to have this. So I put it on Mizuchi, in which I will be overall running a water-based theme. So the reason for this is as follows. You've got Purity, which increases damage, key damage a target takes by 50%, and then if you pair it with water, it's like they've got Confusion, in which they take 50% extra damage, they have terrible key recovery, and on top of that, to take a bunch of key damage, courtesy of Purity, and then Saturate just means they take even more damage. So it's kind of nuts. It's just like the 2 premium debuffs to have, in my opinion. Of course, all of the debuffs would be great to have, so I decided to put Ongyoki on here. So we have access to, at this time, Purity, Water, and Corruption. I don't have access to Fire, so a lot of these stats are redundant. You can go ahead and boost this up to 30. It's not that important. A Life Drain Yokai ability hit is nice, and I'll explain why soon enough. So before I get onto the super core, I went with Bakegani for quick access to water. Bakegani is one of those cores that has remarkable tracking and is very, very powerful and can easily apply Saturate, and this just takes it up a notch, which is great. Also, anima bonus water attack. Why not? It's great. Now, last but not least, we have Uminyudo, in which most of the raw damage is going to come from this in terms of your soul cores. I strongly recommend boosting this up to 30. Anima bonus saturated enemy is great, especially since we're going to be attacking a lot. And Life Drain Lightning Attack is great with Uminyudo. It's another reason why I recommended getting Life Drain Yokai ability hit so you can have these things stack. So here's actually why I'm saying this is super powerful. So Uminyudo on its own is ridiculous when used right, but as you may recall, we are using Kurama Tengu, which boosts damage against purified enemies. So here's the strategy. You get your opponent purified, you get Yamanba off to get 50% damage, and then if you have the opportunity, use Uminyudo to confuse a target and do extra damage, and make sure then you switch back to Kurama Tengu to take advantage of this bonus. So you will boost the power of Uminyudo by an additional 20% on top of the fact that you confuse a target. It is straight up ridiculously powerful, and it makes it even crazier. Uminyudo is beast. It's a big commitment, but when it works amazingly well. So let me just show you some of the stuff that's possible in Yokai Shift. It is admittedly crazy, but yeah, you're just gonna have to witness it yourself to believe it, right? Pretty nice. All right, how would I open up? Generally, I'd open up like this if you can. Oh, target's dead. When it comes to Enki, actually, would I recommend Kurama Tengu into Enki? Probably. Yep. Pretty beastly. And then you can use Ancient Nyotengu and then attack alongside with it. Yeah, that's what I do. Now, what about Mizuchi? Mizuchi's very interesting. Guaranteed water. Oh, target's dead. Okay. You basically got guaranteed water application. Access to confusion quite handily, and then Uminyudo will just kill it. I want you to imagine that having 20% extra damage. That's what's ridiculous. In general, use Uminyudo when you feel safe to do so, or towards the end of Yokai Shift. That works as well. I guess technically we do have access to fire in Yokai Shift because you can always do the charge. And you can kind of just, you know, inflatable waving arm to death. Let's just show you this against a human. It's kind of hilarious. Jeez, that water damage is nuts. Oh, target's gonna die. Okay. But alright. Let's just show you some weapon-based combos, starting with the human. With just, it's kind of ridiculous. And Nyotengu's gonna do a great job. I'm surprised this target didn't block. Dude. I didn't even get to show off some of the cool stuff. This opponent was too much of a punching bag. I'm just gonna show you some Tonfa stuff alone. Alright, here we go. This should do it. Dude, he didn't block at all, really? Okay, whatever. Still dead. What about brute stuff? Brute stuff is ridiculous. Come on. Probably gonna die. Yep. I'm not able to show the power right now, but it's there. And I'll try to show it to you right now, actually, with this stuff. Let's get that damage boost off. And Uminyudo time! Oh, I forgot to swap back. Try again. There we go. Okay, let me try once more. Like, the Guardian Spirit swap stuff is going to take some getting used to, but it's really handy. Alright, now let's pop Uminyudo and swap back. And then let's just do a lot of damage. There you go. That's more typical of what it's like to use Uminyudo. So, you boost the damage even further, it's kind of ridiculous. Actually, I misspoke. You don't need to use Yamanba whatsoever. You just purify the target, use Uminyudo, and swap back. Yamanba will just affect melee damage, my bad. Sometimes I get confused about, I don't know, the millions of things that exist in this game. Just swap back, that's it. Target will die. Like that. Yep, that's pretty much my experience with Uminyudo. It's ridiculous. Alright, let's show some more weapon-based combos aside from just Uminyudo, which can carry you, basically. Alright. Let's do some more things. Jeez. Dear Lord, that's powerful. Alright, more human-based combos, because those are always fun with Hatchets. Not when I'm getting hit, though. Goodbye. Gosh, okay. Uminyudo is a little addictive in this setup, I have to admit. Try some more things. Oh, that's so clutch. What else we got? Excellent. Alright, a couple more. Try again. How'd you dodge that, dude? See ya. Pretty cool, huh? You have like all these interesting range elements to work with. It's kind of interesting. You got Nyotengu to keep targets at bay. You got Enki, which you saw I could combo with. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, let's try one more time against the Yoki. Don't even really need to grapple when it's so powerful. I mean, I would recommend you do it anyway. Alright, fine, Flappy time, let's go. Dead. just dead. But yeah, there is surprisingly a lot of anti-human synergy with this, even though I originally intended it to be just like anti-yokai. You've got Niotengu, which is crazy, Uminyudo for yokai, like it's kind of ridiculous. The ability to zero-key combo with this setup is remarkable. And because I'm using purity weapons, I kind of forget that I have access to like key pulse on block stuff, which is pretty ridiculous. So yeah, definitely have a lot of fun with this. Alright, one more time against a Yoki. There's still so much I could do. It's so fun to experiment with. Scratch that. We're gonna do the Uminyudo thing. Because it's too fun. Okay, who needs to experiment? Just apply purity, activate Uminyudo, swap back to Kurama Tengu, do even more damage on top of confusion. So, yeah. I don't think there's a need for anything else. It's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching for now. I'll see you guys momentarily. Alright, you know the drill. Let's put this to the test. And the Scroll of the Damned against the purple Tokichiro. And yeah, that Uminyudo stuff I was talking about is going to become very, very apparent. You could even make the argument that it carried me really, really hard. Speaking of getting carried, I got carried into grab. Sucks to suck. Oh well. So for the most part, I already have lightning on the target, and I'm just going to activate confusion and get bonus damage, and then purity is going to make it even crazier, and this Yoki is effectively dead and helpless. Want to see some Bakegani action? And Bakegani killed it. Bakegani is really, really good. Alright, little weakling humans, nothing too crazy, but here you get to see some interesting combos working with the Tonfa and Nyotengu. It can be very powerful to effectively zero-key combo your opponent with almost no trouble, courtesy of Ancient Nyotengu. Alright, we've got a Kusarigama Yokai, so I've got Purity, and it'll just make things a lot easier. I'm just wary of certain burst attacks. I'm showing off a little bit with Demon Dance, and it looks like I broke his weak spot, and oh, I messed up the burst counter. That's okay, let's switch over to Hatchets, get some bonus damage, and then, ooh, very nice. And then I hopped just because I could. Alright. You dead? You're about to die now. Nice. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, let's kill that thing really quickly. Oh, I already did. Nice. Tile Shaker. Doing some good old hatchet combos that make it look extra spicy. Get some key outs, and then, yeah, good job, Uminyudo. You killed it. You killed it. It's dead. That's actually one of the troubles with Uminyudo. Targets might die a little too quickly, which I know doesn't sound like a problem, but then you may just not be able to get out of the animation. In any case, we're on to Tokichiro now, and I'm going to use basically everything at my disposal. I think I don't use the entirety of Yokai Shift, but I've been kind of weaning off of it so you guys can more or less see what's possible without the raw power of Yokai Shift. Tokichiro is very frustrating when it comes to confusion strategies because he seems to resist it. And, oh, very nice. And so I have to pretty much focus on keeping a good rhythm with the fight. As you can see, Ongyoki here kind of is my get out of jail free card and is very, very handy. So I do enjoy using it. Now watch how quickly the confusion evaporates. It's gone. And I gotta deal with the monkey. Monkey sucks. I hate the monkey, man. Everyone hates the monkey. The fire form of Tokichiro is very kind of weird because he pauses for awkward periods of time and then you gotta combo him, and then when you start getting into it, he'll just go from like 0 to 100. So Tonfa can be very valuable in just allowing me, again, a sense of that get out of jail free, simply because I don't have to worry too much about, I guess, getting hit when I can demon dance. Alright, look at how much work Uminyudo did, man. Uminyudo is amazing. And yeah, it does so much damage, as you saw with what I was talking about. Alright, let's get some extra damage into play. Let's keep things going. Tokichiro has a habit of just blocking everything and then trying to parry, but Tonfa and Hatchets can kind of trivialize that. Right now, I'm just concerned about the upcoming lightning phase in which he can attack, pun totally intended, lightning quick. He does block for whatever reason, but yeah, it's not that big of a deal if you can just keep the pressure up, and things like Ancient Nyotengu can punish that very handily. So I'm actually trying to get him to block and have enough anima so that, oh boy, oh my god, Bakegani grab immunity saved me. But back to the main point, I was trying to get him in a point where he would block and I'd have Ancient Nyotengu to basically deplete the rest of his ki. But oh well, let's go Uminyudo instead. Uminyudo, a lot of fun, doing a lot of damage. It's so powerful. I mean, it does such a sizable amount of damage. Alright, let's keep things going. I'm getting his ki very low, pressuring him, literally putting him into a corner. He is all but helpless. Nyotengu isn't the best at ki damage, which is why, again, I was trying to get him to block, but it didn't work. Alright, I figured I'd toss out Yokai Shift because I knew there was not going to be any natural point for me to do so. So I'm just like, alright, let's just get purity up again. There's that Guardian Spirit combo I was talking about. It didn't work too well, so I just decide to use Ancient Nyotengu to really help me clinch things. Alright, so I kind of started to lose a little bit of my momentum, so I'm kind of panic playing here, admittedly. But yeah, it's not too bad. I was just worried I'd get one-tapped because I refused to use elixirs, and so I figured I'd die. So I'm just being cautious. And then, alright, Lightning Form, this is a lot easier for me, except I got hit there, thank god for lightning resistance. Alright, excellent. And then Nyotengu is now finally going to help get this guy out of ki. And then, what do you think I'm going to do to finish this off? You guessed it. Kill him with Uminyudo. The thing is remarkable. Any case, I hope this was entertaining and helpful. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Take care.